The next presentation would be from the next three presentations would be from the Navy. Mr. All known Commodore Bala Sundaram, whom we met on the inaugural day. He is the Director, Center of Indigenisation and Self-Reliance, CISR, Coimbatore. He is a Marine Engineer Officer by profession, has put more than 32 years of service in the Indian Navy. Officer has done mechanical engineering from College of Engineering, Guindy, Chennai, and completed his Masters of Technology from IIT Madras. The officer has done afloat appointment on board 4 frontline destroyers powered by gas turbines and plethora of diesel engines and numerous auxiliaries. He has also served in Indian Navy's premier dockyards at Mumbai and Visakhapatnam and has done the coveted senior technical appointment in the shipbuilding centers of Visakhapatnam. He has tenanted staff appointments in all headquarters, starting from Naval Headquarters, Delhi, and Command Headquarters, Visakhapatnam and Port Blair. The officer is also involved in training the naval technical officers in Lonavala and national building programs of Kaveri Marine gas turbines at Gas Turbine Research Establishment, Bangalore. With his vast experience and aptitude, the officer has recently been handpicked to head the unit of Center for Indigenization and Self-Reliance in the pursuit of Indian Navy's efforts towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. Thank you for being with us, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for the introduction. Commodore Vasan, sir, organizers of Swatantra Foundation, revered academicians here, invited speakers from all the 3 services as well as from PSU and outside, the captains and chieftains of industries, MSMEs, startups, maybe a few students also here. Students present here, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. Yes. I'm here to share my views on the indigenization journey, what Navy has embarked upon. Yes, Navy is a pioneer among the 3 services in embarking on this indigenization journey almost way back in 60s. And Indian Navy, indigenization, self-reliance are synonymous today. I'm here to showcase what are the things are there for you to catch from us, and how we can partner and we can progress in this indigenization and self-reliance journey. As the government has put across, 2047 is going to be a complete self-reliant nation with 100% indigenization within this country. Yes, we are all working towards that one. And to achieve that one, what are the things are there on the shelf? I'll just go through in the following 10 minutes. The scope of my presentation is as shown here. As the Army counterpart has already covered, I don't want to delve too much into the procedures and things are there. Whatever it is atypical to the Navy, I'll just touch upon this coming 10 minutes. As I told, indigenization is with us from the early 60s. After independence, when we start building ships in the 60s, we got the designs and the know-hows and technological things from outside, mainly those days from UK and a bit from Russia, and we started building our ships. Then came the 90s, late 80s and 90s, where we graduated from buying the drawings, buying the design from abroad to indigenously do the designs here. With that, we came to the complex designs of destroyers, that is Delhi class destroyers, and we came to Shivali class modern ships also. With that, we almost graduated from buying the design and building to we started designing our ships ourselves. Then came the 2000, 2010, where we gone into much more complexities. We did complete in-house design, development, building, and operating. As we stand in front of you today in 2020s, we are a handful of countries, or one of the few countries in this world where we can design, develop, build, operate aircraft carriers, and of course, nuclear submarine also. There's very few countries in this world can be proud of. It's not done on a single day. It is not done by a bunch of officers in the Navy, or it is not by a group of people sitting somewhere in the remote corner. It is you, the designers, the academia, the industries, MSMEs, the challenge-taking attitude, startups, and all put together, we almost reached to the state where our country can design, develop, manufacture, build, operate, and see all over the world, or we can sail all over the world with aircraft carrier as well as with nuclear submarine. Of course, the days are not too far for us. Maybe as the government is churning out, by 2047, we shall be in a position to export our combat warships to all over the world, and it will be seeing all the port of call. Typically, the naval warships is classified, or the systems are classified into three major categories. Most of you are known to the marine field, you can appreciate. Generally, the platform should float. That's the basic requirement. The accommodations. Then it has to move. Finally, it should be capable of fighting with the enemy, with the adversaries. So to put all these things together, the float category includes all the hull equipments and upper deck equipments. The move category includes the propulsion machineries, the power generation machineries, as well as the auxiliaries. Then comes to the fight category, you have the radar, sonar, weapons, control systems, EW systems, and all those packages comes under the weapon category. That is the fight category. With the active cooperation, the active involvement of the industries, MSMEs, and the academia, we could achieve almost 90% of indigenization in the float category. Coming to the move category, we could almost touch 60 to 65% as I speak to you today. When it comes to the fight category, we are almost crossing the 50%. Why I am just stressing on this percentage? That means whatever the left out percentage, that is 10 in the float and almost 40 in the move and close to 50% in the fight, it's still available for all of you to participate and make us self-reliant 100% for the days to come. So the enormous potential is available in the float, move, and fight category for all of us to partner and make the Indian Navy self-reliant. Generally, the indigenization in the Navy or for anywhere, it's a need-based. I have a need, so I have to indigenize. Why I have a need? Because certain reasons. So we in the Indian Navy, if all the things have been bought from here, it is built here, it has been designed here, there is no term called indigenization, right? However, as I told you earlier, we used to import the ships. We used to buy the ships from foreign countries. So now we don't want to still depend on them. We want to develop our own. So we want to stand on our own legs. So that's why there is a need to indigenize those foreign items, systems, or components of foreign origin to Indian origin. So the various needs is generally classified into obsolescence management. What we bought in the 80s or 90s or even the 70s is no more supportable from those foreign countries. So we have to support those ships now. So we have to support ourselves. So we have to manufacture those things. We have to indigenize that. Then comes certain import substitutes. Then new technology inductions. Then standardization across the platforms. Since we are buying or we bought ships from various countries, the countries of origin gives their own component, their own systems. So there is no point in having thousands of variants of the same in our inventory. To standardize that one also, we'll be going for a common thing so that it can be fitted across all the ships. So the standardization. Then obviously the final thing is the life cycle support. As we all know, a warship enters into the service. Generally, the life is anything between 30 to 45 years. So, if a ship has been inducted into the Navy, you are going to be partnering with the Navy. In case if you have supplied a system or equipment or component, you are going to be partnered, you are going to be married to the Navy for another 40 to 45 years. When it comes to life cycle management, so whatever thing it has been supplied by foreign nations in the past, they are no more supportable now. So we get into the life cycle management of those obsolescent systems or equipments or platforms. The Army counterpart has already mentioned all these things, so I don't want to dwell too much on that one. The guiding documents are available akin to the other services in Navy also. We have the surface component as well as the aviation component. We have the typical Swawalamban for the surface component as well as the naval aviation indigenization roadmap. For the naval aviation component, it is there. All these things have been published and it is available in the public domain. The domain addresses and all given there. People can just go through and you can get all the details, whatever it is required for the coming 5 to 10 years, the requirement for the Navy. So this is known, all of you whoever is dealing with the defense forces, there is two broad things that is available from the nation's point of view. It has been standardized, generalized, and it is available across the places. One is the revenue procurement and the other one is the capital procurement. Both the manuals have been revised, updated time to time. The latest one available for the DPM is 2009. Sorry, is it still valid or something? Correct, no? So that's what I want. So DPM 2009 is available for the revenue. For the capital procurement, okay, we have DAP, that is Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020. I think it is under revision now. Soon it will be revised and it will be published. These details also available in the public domain. People can go through. In case of anything specific to Navy, please feel free to contact us. We shall be always there to hold your hands and walk forward. The indigenization scheme, as others also brought out, broadly categorized into this 4 categories, that is the revenue procurement, the make scheme, TDF, that is Technology Development Fund through DRDO, and the IDEX, that is Innovation for Defense Excellence. People dealing with this one, the startups and other entrepreneurs, you shall be aware. And the major things are done through the revenue and make. The indigenization per se for the Navy, majority of indigenization takes place through the revenue route. As chapter 15 of DPM already explains that one in detail. Then comes to make, I'll just dwell upon slightly more on the make scheme and of course on TDF and IDEX in the following slides. Revenue indigenization, where the indigenization team of Navy, the CISR, where I belong to, we generally deal with this revenue indigenization. It is for the equipment, systems and platforms as import substitute. What I think we bought from the foreign countries, we want to indigenize here within India and we wanted to induct into the Navy. And the certain systems and the equipments we do upgrade in tune with the existing technology and the other things are available. And certain indigenous solutions also been given to a problem so that the performance can be enhanced. So all these things will bring it out as a developmental orders so the people can respond and we can just jointly we can develop these items. The final one is the niche technologies available now. Okay, we bought a ships almost 30, 35, 40 years back. So what was the technology available during that time? It has been put into the ship. Now, the same thing has been, either it has been miniaturized or it has been ruggedized or the performance have been increased. Same like our computers. What we bought 30 years back is no more in supply, correct? It has been already done, dusted and thrown out almost 10, 15 years back. So all those niche technologies and developments also we just take on so as to improve the performance of the system, equipment and other things. The revenue route, the figure shows the revenue route processes, various processes involved in the revenue route. There, the enclosed box, it shows the interaction it is actually needed between the partner, that is the industry, the Navy, as well as the trial agencies. We have to be in close coordination to see to that it gets the fruition at the end of it. Because we found in this last 2-3 decades when we are dealing with indigenization, a lot of difficulties have been faced by the industries in this enclosed box, where very, very close interaction is required between the developer, the user, and the quality assurance agency. I can assure from naval side, we as a CISR will be there with you to take you, to guide you, to walk along with you, to see that the induction takes place at the fastest possible time. These are all the few successful revenue route indigenized items. It is typical things have been shown here. Okay, it's not all. The time won't be sufficient to go through all the things. Okay, these are the few major items that has been indigenized through the revenue route. When I am flashing here, we have a very strong requirement to identify and to take forward people. They are keen to get into the valve manufacturing. Okay, we have a lot of indigenous valve manufacturers, and we are still looking for some reliable valve manufacturers for us in the Navy. People can deal with NAB, that is nickel, aluminum, bronze, maybe CA as well as CSS valves. Somebody is there in the forum, they can always contact us, we'll just take it forward. Coming to the MAKE scheme, he has briefly touched upon. Okay, I'll also just go through. The MAKE scheme is the one that has been introduced by the government for the industries and the MSMEs to participate in a full gusto and to develop items through the government scheme as well as their individual scheme. This is mainly meant for the long-term indigenous defense capabilities of major items. It is not spares, it is major items of equipment or systems or complete platform. The Army counterpart has already covered a little bit. I'll just go with what are the other provisions are available in this MAKE scheme. We generally have MAKE 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 3 schemes are there in MAKE 1, 2, 3. MAKE 1 is a fully government-funded scheme. MAKE 2 and 3 are private funded. That is the industry or the firm-funded scheme. In all categories, the indigenous content should be of minimum 50. In the last category, that is MAKE 3 category, it should be at least 60% of indigenous content. So the prototype cost is being funded by the government here. The one thing is in MAKE 1 is after development, the complete proprietary right and other thing goes to the government. So generally, the private industries have a tendency to not to utilize the MAKE 1. So they go for MAKE 2 and MAKE 3. MAKE 2, it is completely funded by the firm or the industry. There is no government funding in this. But at the end of the development, the complete proprietary rights and other things are there with you. It resides with you. And MAKE 3, you can still have a technology transfer or JV with foreign firms to develop whatever the capability or capacities required. However, the IC component, that is indigenization component, should be maintained to 60% and above. we also found, okay, we are not the masters of all, okay. We have our own verticals, we have our own capabilities. So we found some industries are come out with some fantastic ideas, fantastic solutions, equipment. So those things, okay, if you know, if you are capable of entering into some niche technology, please come back to us. Come back to us means to the government, okay. There's something called the suo motu proposals are there. The previous ones, what you have seen, make 1, 2, 3, those are the requirements been projected by us and you are responding to us. This suo motu proposal is the proposal where you are a master, you are the karta of those technology. If you have those kind of technology, please come back to us. There is a provision, okay, you can just see that portal, you can just get into that one, you can just give the brief introduction about your firm and the product and the technology. You shall be called by the expert committee to review and you shall be taken in that scheme. So even though we didn't foresee any requirement, but if fantastic technology is available with you, you can come back to us through this suo motu proposals and we'll take it on. So as I flashed a few on the revenue scheme, okay, these are the few make scheme items, okay, it has been developed successfully by capable industries and MSMEs, and these are all already inducted into the service and seeing the light of the thing today. So a lot of other things will be covered by our armament friend, okay, he will get into the details, so I don't want to dwell much on this. I told you about Technology Development Fund, okay, this has been funded, conceived and funded by DRDO. The key things of the TDF is flashed on the screen. It is almost 90% of the cost of the projects can be funded by DRDO for this. So earlier it was 10 crore, now it has been enhanced to 50 crores by DRDO to undertake this technology development fund category projects. It's basically to develop some niche technology. It is not currently available in this country. It's not in the world. I'm telling, if this technology is not available in the country, niche technology, you have the vision, you have the capabilities, and you have the ability to do that one, okay, you can approach. You'll be given almost 90% of the project costs. Maximum limited to now 50 crores. Earlier it was 10 crores, now it is 50 crores. So you can, there is a provision to put it on the open domain. Okay, it will be reviewed by all three services, including some PSUs and DRDOs, and it will be examined by the expert committee, and finally the orders will be given to the concerned people. The development time is approximately 2 years for this case. These are the few items developed through this TDF scheme. These are slightly smaller ones because when it has been taken up, that time it was limited to 10 crores. That time it has been taken up. These are the things, ongoing TDF projects. It has been developed by partners, and it is going to see the light of the day in maybe by end of this year it shall be completed. IDEX scheme, I don't know, okay, how many of you are too keen? Okay, this is for the startups, okay, innovation for defense excellence. Various IDEX schemes have been introduced by the government. The latest one is IDEX scheme 9 on web technology, on cyber security and other security features. Almost seven months back it has been introduced. Okay, I think a few are already into the prototype trial stages. This is basically to motivate, to handhold and encourage startups to get into the niche technologies where they have the idea and they don't have much financial support to support them. So for that, whatever the three services and DRDO PSUs has taken up, they've given a lot of challenges. Small challenges. It is not involving some 30-40 crores. It's maybe in lakhs or maybe miniatures of the crore. So those challenges have been floated out. Okay, it has regularly been given. As I told you, it is the latest one is IDEX Challenge 9 on security and web applications. It has been put. So people can go through the relevant site. Okay, I'll just show that site also. You can regularly go through and you can see whenever the challenge comes, if it is close to your heart, close to your capabilities, and you have the will to do, and you can participate. Based on the challenges given, whichever services, they shall be there to handhold you and to guide you to see the fruition of that project. To encourage the indigenization and also to handhold the industries and MSMEs, government has taken a very strong stand that is called positive indigenization list. It may be looking slightly non-connected. This positive indigenization list is nothing but to support and aid the industries to grow. The government has stopped certain imports. That means traditionally or over the years, whatever items we used to import, those items have been stopped from import, and the government has given a diktat. Diktat means, okay, they're given a directive telling that these items to be made and produced in India only. It is no more, it will be imported from outside. Like say, for example, okay, all of you are using Apple computers or smartphones. Say government has taken a decision tomorrow, okay, no more Apple product will be coming to India. That means what? Whatever the amount outgo it has taken place in crores, over hundreds of crores over the year, that is supposed to be, that money will be circulated here, correct? No? So I'm just giving a typical example, not to take it to verbatim. So this positive indigenization list is akin to that. That means whatever items we used to import from foreign countries, few items or hundreds and thousands of items have been stopped from import to give an opportunity and also to encourage industries to participate in that indigenization and induct it into the services. So what it is shown in the bullets are, okay, 3 such lists, okay, indigenization, PAL list 1, 2, 3, total number of items, and items related to Navy also mentioned. It is just an example. So this provision also available, okay, it is available in, as it is shown, the open domain. People can go through and you can participate in the indigenization of this. So coming to the area of interest, okay, what I think I just shown is the procedures, what we have done, what are the schemes are available, how we can handhold and how we can partner and move forward. Certain areas of interest where it is required today and tomorrow, it's been shown in the few slides. So I told you, okay, 90% of the float category has already been indigenized. Okay, this is one of the category, okay, it's already there, but we are looking forward for a parallel manufacturers, parallel producers, so that we are more reliant upon these items. We no more require any items from abroad. This is also another deck equipments. Okay, I seen few stalls also they're making. Okay, they can participate. All the details are available in our presentation. We can contact us. Coming to marine engineering, that is the MOVE category I was telling, correct? No? So we are already partnered with few big industries for diesel engines, gas turbine generators, and obviously the propulsion gas turbine engine, gas turbine, and air compressors. All these things have been going on. People can participate in this. So when I'm telling people can participate, these orders will go to a big industry, right? How can I build a gas turbine? How can I make a gas turbine generator? Or how can I make a diesel engine? See, during the inaugural session also it has been very clearly brought out, okay? There is nothing called, okay, big industry. Big industry is a assembler. Big industry is a conglomerate, okay? He takes all the items. He sources the items from the MSMEs. The MSME's progress is the nation's progress. It is not a big player's progress, okay? The big player can progress taking all the items from the MSMEs. So, if a big item, make item is coming out, it is the concerted efforts put in by thousands of MSMEs. So, we can call Chennai or Southern India's, what is this? Automobile hub, correct? No, automobile hub, it is not just Ford is making or Hyundai is making or Honda is making. Thousands and thousands of ancillary industries, MSMEs are there to support him. Those items coming from MSMEs to one place, okay, it is getting assembled and finally it is coming out as a car, okay. So, when I am telling about these major items also, each and every one of you have a role to play. wishing to contribute and to prosper and to grow along with the Navy and the nation. Few more items from the float, that is the marine side. These are all the typical electrical equipments and systems we are looking forward. This is not limited, it is only few items I just put it across here. And we have requirement for hundreds and hundreds of these electrical items required for the Navy. The current area of interest with respect to the aircraft carrier and the Scorpion submarine, what we have. So these are the two latest inducted items or inducted technologies from abroad. The aircraft carriers from Russia and the Scorpion submarines from the French. So we want to be completely self-reliant on these things also. Our main thrust and interest is on indigenizing lot of equipments for the aircraft carrier Vikramaditya as well as for the Scorpion class submarines. These are the few items that have been shown here. We have the exhaustive list with us. In case if you are particularly interested, you can please contact us and we shall tell you to your firm what are the things you can actually concentrate on. Otherwise also we have something called ROP, that is roll-on plan. We have the scheme to indigenize all these items from foreign origin to indigenous thing. Okay, every year we are coming out with almost hundreds of these items to be indigenized as per our roadmap. All those things will be published. It is available with us, and it will be published in most of the things in GEM and a few things in DPP. This is only cursory things that has been shown here. Coming to CISR, most of you may be known. Okay, it has been ma'am as kind enough to introduce. CISR is Center for Indigenization and Self-Reliance. So we are the nodal agency to embark upon this surface and submarine requirement on float, move, and a bit of fight category indigenization. Armament, as a separate directorate is there, they are dealing with, and the weapons, a separate directorate is there, where two complicated items are there. Otherwise, for the float, move, and the power generation, that is power generation and electrical items, we are the nodal agency under the revenue route looking after the indigenization for Indian Navy. We are based at Coimbatore. We can call it as a center of the Southern Industrial Defense Industrial Corridor. We are here with you. We are basically here so that we can be closer to you. You can meet us or we can come to you, and we can come to your firm, and wherever you have any difficulties or shortcomings, we shall be in a position to guide you and to take you along so that we embark upon this indigenization journey and will successfully complete it for induction into the Navy. Our web ID is given there. Okay, people can mail us in case if any more details are required at any time. So there is just a cursory slide. I just put it on vendor registration. My Army counterpart is already covered. There is a procedure to do vendor registration. Even in case if you are not registered, after getting the order also it can be completed. Okay, there is no problem at all. We are there with you to make sure that, okay, you are there with us. You travel along with us to see the indigenization success. So what I think we discussed in the past 10-12 minutes, the information portals for various categories are being mentioned here. If people want to take a snap, you can take. Otherwise, you can always approach us. We are always there to help you. The various documents and other things related to Navy, it is available. That is also available in the open domain. People can access and they can get all the details. At the end, okay, I just come to the last slide. We in the Navy are here for you. CISR and the indigenization team is there for you to guide you, to take you along, and to see the final product of developed items for the Navy and to make this nation stronger. With the active cooperation of all the industries, MSMEs, academia, and the startups, we shall embark on this journey and see and to fulfill the vision of the government to be fully self-reliant, fully indigenous by the turn of the year 2047. With this, all your efforts and whatever thing we are embarked upon will see the end result, and we shall be taking charge of our adversaries and the land and sea and at the air. Thank you. Jai Hind. If any queries are there, I am ready to take on. Please, sir.
Gentlemen, it was a good talk, very interesting talk. Say, you said for developing niche products, you are giving a development timeline of 2 years, maximum 2 years. Do you feel it is really enough, or period is short?
So this is, okay, yes. So your question is over, sir? Sir, please sit down. So these are all documented thing. Whatever thing I am putting across here, it is as it is available on the portal, as well as it has been spelled out by the government. Obviously, it is not so. I am also involved. Okay, we contract items, we develop items, we buy items. There is always time lag, time delay. It is mutually, as I told you. Okay, I don't consider as a developer and a purchaser. So we are the partners. When you are entering into the journey of development, niche technology, it's absolutely, it is not time bound. It is much beyond that one. We are going to be there as a partner with you. You can be rest assured, sir, from naval side, we are going to be the partners, and we'll see the end result. Okay, it is not the time and the cost it is going to matter. All the things are always there. There is always a provision. How you put it across, that is the thing matters. Okay, it is not just a rigid lines of, okay, 2 years or so and so amount. Somebody has asked for the question, okay, I didn't want to answer that time, okay. There is a provision for stage payment. There is a provision for advance payment. Only thing is it has to be built in accordingly, okay, how the project has been taken up, what is the what is available outside. There is always a provision for stage payment. But by the book, by the standards, it is not there. We can take it up, sir. There is always, the scope is there, the flexibility is always given. We have to read between the lines and we have to make the contract accordingly.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, being an MSME as a manufacturer, so we are into machine building. We do all sorts of mechanical, electromechanical, electrical assemblies. And we have a fabrication setup also. I just want to ask you that there are some indigenization things which we want to pursue. Sometimes when it goes through expression of interest, we apply for that. Generally, it is the procedure and we go for that. They ask for a lot of documents, you ask for a lot of documents. Considering I'm talking about the BHEL, so some projects which has been given by Indian Navy to BHEL, we are doing that. We cannot put our own R&D and own design into that because it is interchangeable solutions. So in that situation, we are ready to invest, but the documentation will be limited to my capabilities and infrastructure. But there are certain things which require, like rubber thing are required, which is a very less in number in that particular whole assembly. So the weightage of the infrastructure goes down by this, and you get technically disqualified. So there is I am talking about the challenges which we are facing as an MSME.
I have not fully understood your question. Okay. Somebody can put across that one as a question. Okay, you elaborated something, but I not understood the question. What is it? What is your limitation?
My limitation, my question is that the technical qualifications which is required for a system, the technical qualification which is required for a system is not as per MSME. We have an infrastructure, but we want to show our interest in making such systems which are not in our infrastructure. So we do not get technically qualified as per the expression of interest. So how do we go about this? That for that we can show our capability.
Okay. Understood. Okay. Generally, whether big PSUs and defense, when they are floating a requirement, either a system or equipment or combinations of both. I addressed industry, MSME, startup, correct, no? The item will be generally, that can be answered by the industry, correct, no? The major requirement, it has been projected, it will be responded by an industry. That industry will be sourcing lot of things from the MSMEs, correct, no? So the person going to respond to my RFP is the industry, not the MSME, because you are going to supply only few components of that big item. So the industry will in turn handshake with you and will take all the details. On behalf of you, he is going to give me the complete assurance. He is going to give me assurance. Yes, I'll meet 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll follow this thing. I have the financial banking backing of so and so. I have, even you may not be having ITR returns of the last 5 years, right? MSM, you may not be having ITR, but my requirement is you have to have ITR of minimum 3 years. How will you give me? So the industry is going to give all those things, okay? The industry is going to source it from you. So I'm not directly dealing with the MSME, I'm dealing with the industry. Industry in turn dealing with you. So if you are not in a position to, in case if you are capable of giving the complete equipment, yes, the government also want to have some assurance whether I'll give the order, okay, after 2 years, whether it will come out of you or not, how do you know? There is a, I know the dichotomy between the two, okay, I just faced it. I'll just tell it very clearly. Being a government, they are giving a very critical or key product to you. Okay, you are fully geared up, motivated, okay, fully charged up. But whether you can stand for the coming 2 years, 3 years, whether you can deliver that item or not, okay, I don't have, because I could not judge you, because whatever components it is available for judging you, none of the things you are in a position to produce to me.
Further, technical and commercial bid is there, 2-stage. Technical and commercial bid,
So
2-stage bid is there for that.
Yeah, you'll be rejected. No, please sit down. You'll be rejected in that one. Okay.
No, I am talking to him.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Next.
This 50 crores is implemented recently, sir.
Please come to our. I think we'll meet there. Okay. Not specific questions. Okay. Next. I think I overshot the time, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
I request Commodore Vasan to honor. It was a wonderful lecture, sir. Well explained, and thank you.